Merry Crubmus, everyone.
We wish you a Merry Crubmus, we wish you a Merry Crubmus, we wish you a Merry Crubmus and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, you wankers.
It's the Retro Cynical Crubmus Sparcial.
Oh hi, it's Joe Grotesque here for the Retro Cynical Crubmus Special. Now, this isn't just the Crubmus Special, we're also celebrating our second year as a YouTube show. We're also celebrating the fact that over 300 of you were gracious enough to subscribe to our channel. You guys make this holiday season friggin' amazing, thank you so much. I put a lot of thought into what I wanted to do for this holiday special, and well, I figured I'd do something a little different. I notice I haven't really touched too much on fighting games, so why not look at two obscure ones? Remember the rivalry back in the day between the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo? Well, we're kind of doing that with this, except it's the Super Famicom instead of the Super Nintendo. Same diff. So without further ado, let's take a look. Time Killers for the Sega Genesis. Time Killers was originally released as an arcade title in 1992 by THQ. I remember playing it frequently at the local bowling alley. Now every time I bring up this game in a conversation, no one ever knows what the hell I'm talking about. So here it is in its glorious home port version. Now I wouldn't call Time Killers a fantastic fighting game so much as I would just call it a fun, humorous experience. The characters are all from different places and periods in time. Needless to say, they all look a little cheesy and cartoony. Despite that fact though, the game is absolutely brutal. This game pushed the boundaries of gaming violence in its time. Back then in a time where Mortal Kombat's fatalities were incredibly controversial, and Time Killers just kinda lurked in the shadows. It's a game that allows you to dismember your opponent during the fight, as well as decapitate them instantly if their guard is down. Also, the fact that chainsaws and other weapons are used set this game apart from its predecessors. Now, my only real nitpicks lie in the music and the controls. Neither are terrible, but the controls aren't that fluent, and the music isn't anything to write home about. Despite this, I'd still recommend it for a play or two. The Genesis version is getting tough to come across, but if you can find it, it's not too expensive and it's a cool addition to any collection. And it's good for killing time if nothing else. Meh, see what I did there? It's Cho Aniki Bakuretsu Rantohin, or Super Big Brother, for the Super Famicom. Now, Cho Aniki is a strange franchise. Most of the games are psychedelic shmups, while this one is obviously a fighting title. I'm guessing that this was deemed inappropriate to most audiences outside of Japan, mainly because of its homoerotic nature. So the small cast of characters in this game are quite colorful to say the least. Only about 3 or 4 of them actually look like they belong in a fighting game though. The others are just simply bizarre. Aside from having some bizarre fighters, it should also be noted that the combat stages are equally as strange. Kind of like if Salvador Dali was painting inside of the ramrod. Although, once again, I wouldn't say this is a great fighting game, it's certainly unique. You float around in the air the whole time. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it certainly feels a little foreign to your standard fighter. The soundtrack is okay, it's a little funky for my taste, but it does its job. The controls aren't too bad, and the moves are pretty comparable to your standard Street Fighter title. Whoa, did he just shoot a Hadouken out of his Johnson? Why yes, I believe he did. If you are oblivious to the existence of this game, then I'm happy to be the provider of new knowledge for you. Something else you might not know is I'm wearing that same Speedo. Well, that wraps up another episode and another season. But before I go, I'd like to urge you guys out there to take a moment and give something back. Maybe you've got an old coat you can donate to someone that's in need. Whatever it is you do, your little contribution could make a world of difference to someone. Random acts of kindness should happen all the time, but if you don't do it any other time, do it now. Thank you guys so much once again for all the tremendous support. It means the world to me. So enjoy your holiday festivities, and we'll see you in 2016. Thanks for watching, and take care.